Whispers of the Heart. Chapter 1. The Chance Encounter. The little bell above the door chimed softly as Emma pushed it open, stepping into her favorite refuge, the town's old bookstore. Dusty shelves leaned gently against one another, filled with well-loved paperbacks and spines that carried whispers of forgotten stories. The air smelled of worn paper and faint vanilla from the cafe tucked in the corner. Emma loved this place not only for its books but also for its silence. After a week of balancing her teaching job and caring for her mother, she found peace in wandering aisles lined with words that promised new worlds. She brushed her fingers over the bindings, stopping every so often to pull one free. She was reaching for a novel on the top shelf when another hand extended toward the very same book. Surprised, she turned, and her eyes met his. The man stood a few inches taller, with dark hair that fell a little untamed across his forehead. His grey-blue eyes had the kind of softness that made one feel both seen and studied. There was a pause, long enough for the book to slip from the shelf and tumble into both their hands at once. "Sorry," Emma said quickly, clutching the book but not pulling it away. "I didn't mean." "No, it's my fault," the man interrupted gently, his voice low, steady. "I wasn't paying attention." Their fingers brushed as they decided who would keep hold of the novel. Emma let go, embarrassed by the small flush warming her cheeks. "Please," he said, offering it to her. "You take it." She hesitated, then accepted with a polite smile. "Thank you. Though I feel like I might have stolen your evening read." He shook his head lightly. "I've read it before. Twice, actually. It's worth it." That drew a genuine smile from Emma. "I suppose that's the best kind of recommendation." The silence that followed wasn't awkward, surprisingly. It stretched like a comfortable pause in conversation, broken only by the sound of the rain beginning to tap against the window panes. The man shifted slightly, holding out his hand. "Daniel." Emma slipped her hand into his, the shake warm, steady. "Emma." He repeated her name softly, almost testing how it sounded in his voice. "Nice to meet you, Emma." Something about the way he said it stirred her. She wasn't used to moments like this, quiet, unplanned, yet strangely significant. They ended up walking toward the little cafe counter together. Daniel ordered black coffee, while Emma asked for her usual chamomile tea. Instead of parting ways, they found themselves at the same small table near the window, rain streaking the glass beside them. Conversation unfolded as naturally as if they'd known each other for longer than 10 minutes. Daniel, she learned, was an artist, though he said it with a hint of hesitation, as if unsure the word belonged to him. He painted landscapes mostly, though sometimes portraits when commissioned. "And you?" he asked, leaning forward slightly, as though her answer truly mattered. "I teach," Emma said. "English literature. High school." His eyes brightened. "So that explains the bookstore." She laughed softly. "I guess I don't leave the classroom behind, even when I'm off duty." As the rain grew heavier, their conversation drifted to books, art, and the small town they both called home. Emma found herself surprised by how much she was telling him, things she usually kept tucked away, like how she sometimes feared she'd settled into a life that felt safe but too small. Daniel listened without judgment, his gaze steady, his silence attentive. And when he spoke, it was with honesty that carried no weight of pretense. "I know what you mean," he said. "Sometimes I feel like I paint the same landscapes over and over. Like I'm stuck inside the same frame." For a while, neither of them spoke. The rain filled the quiet, a soft rhythm against the window. Emma sipped her tea, her heart lighter than it had been in weeks. When the rain eased, so did the spell. Emma glanced at the clock on the wall and sighed. "I should go. My mom will be waiting for dinner." Daniel nodded, though something flickered in his eyes, hesitation, as though he didn't want the moment to end either. "Of course. It was nice talking with you, Emma." She gathered her things, holding the novel he'd let her keep. At the door, she turned back once. Daniel was still at the table, sketching absent-mindedly on a napkin. He looked up, caught her gaze, and smiled. Emma stepped back into the damp evening, the book pressed against her chest. She didn't know why her heart felt so full, but as she walked home, one truth became undeniable: something had shifted. The rain whispered along the rooftops, and for the first time in a long while, Emma listened.